Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to highlight the discrimination in South Africa, discuss the participation of people in government, explain the indirect ways of participating in the government, list the reasons of conflicts, explain the Kaveri water dispute, describe the importance of justice and equality. Apartheid law. Introduction. People of different races are found in South Africa. There are black people who belong to South Africa, Indians who came there as laborers, and whites who came to settle. Apartheid law. Apartheid law is defined as the separation of people on the basis of their race. Earlier, South African people were divided into white, black, Indian, other colored races. South Africa was earlier governed by apartheid law, according to which whites, blacks, Indians, and color races were not permitted to interact with each other, to live near each other, or even to use common facilities. Life under apartheid law. Every race had separate hospitals, ambulances, trains, buses, and bus stops. White people enjoyed well-equipped facilities, while other people did not have proper facilities. Non-whites were not allowed to vote. The worst available land was given to non-whites, while the best land in the country was reserved for whites. Nelson Mandela and a group of people from the African National Congress led the struggle against apartheid and fought the apartheid system for several years. In 1994, South Africa became a democratic country in which people of all races were considered equal. Participation in government. People elect leaders through voting in elections. These elected leaders take decision on behalf of the people. Before taking any decision, the elected members keep in mind the voices and interests of the people. All the governments are elected for fixed period. Example, in India, government is elected for a period of 5 years. The power of the government gets limited by regular election. After the completion of period of the government, elections are conducted to elect the new government. Other ways of participating. In India, elections are held once in every 5 years. Apart from voting, there are several ways of participating in the process of government. For example, people can participate by showing interest in the working of government, either by criticizing it or supporting it. In August 2005, a particular government increased the money for electricity. People showed their disapproval against it very actively by organizing rallies and signature campaigns. The government tried to explain its decision, but in the end, the government had to change its decision in order to fulfill the needs of people because it is responsible to the people. There are several ways in which the people express their views and make the government understand the necessary actions it should take. Ways in which people express their views are dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, newspapers, magazines, television. Democracy allows people to participate in government, but all sections of people do not enjoy democracy. People show their participation by organizing social movements in order to challenge the government and its functioning. Awareness and interest of the people in how the country runs makes the democratic character of the government of that country stronger. Conflicts. Need to resolve conflicts. Disputes take place when people of different culture, regions, economic background, or religions do not get along with each other. Violence is used by people to settle their differences. It is the responsibility of the government to help its people to resolve such disputes or conflicts. Sources of conflicts. Conflicts can take place due to religious processions and celebrations. Example, the path of processions or yatra takes may lead to a conflict. The government and the police play an important role in getting the leader of concerned communities to meet and resolve the problem. It is the responsibility of the people to ensure that violence like throwing of stones or disruption of procession does not take place. Conflicts between states occur due to rivers. Example, a river begins in one state, flows across another, and ends in the third state. The sharing of rivers' water among these three states is the reason of conflict between states. Kaveri water dispute. The Kaveri River has been a source of conflict between the states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for years. Krishna Sagar Dam and Mettur Dam are built on Kaveri for storing water in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu respectively. Kaveri water is very important for both the states as people from Karnataka depend upon it to satisfy their drinking needs, whereas farmers from Kaveri Delta in Tamil Nadu depend upon it for agriculture and livelihood. Conflicts arise because both Tamil Nadu and Karnataka have built dam on same river. The downstream dam, Mettur, built on Kaveri River in Tamil Nadu, can only be filled if Krishna Sagar Dam, an upstream dam in Karnataka, releases water. Therefore, both states do not get sufficient water to meet the needs of the people in their states. This leads to conflict. Equality and justice. Equality and justice are the key features of a democratic government. Untouchability, which was practiced in India, is now banned by law. Dr. Ambedkar and others realized that practices like untouchability must not continue. The government has made special provisions for groups within society that are unequal. For example, in our society, the boy child is given more importance than girl child. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Majority of the South African population was of blacks. The white settlers who settled here pursued a policy of ruthless suppression towards the black majority. After several decades of endless struggle, the policy of racial discrimination towards black came to an end in 1994 with Nelson Mandela being sworn in as a black president. For a successful democracy, it is essential for people to participate in its governance, and this participation takes place through voting in elections. In India, general elections are held after every 5 years to keep a check on the government. In addition to the election, there are several other ways of participation. Some such methods are dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, and other forms of protests. Mass media like TV, newspaper, magazines, and other agencies also play a major role in highlighting public issues and molding public opinion. In any country, problems may result in conflicts and lead to unpleasantness. There may arise a situation when two people or two groups feels that they are not being treated fairly or are being discriminated on grounds of culture, region, religion, economic background, caste, race, etc. It is the government's responsibility to resolve these conflicts. The water flowing between two states or countries can lead to a conflict. For example, Tamil Nadu in India would get water only if Karnataka releases it, and this leads to conflict. It has led to creation of a tribunal to see sharing of river water in these states. One of the main responsibilities of a democracy is giving impartial justice and equality to all. Equality and justice are two different sides of the same coin and are inseparable in democracy. They go hand in hand. Dr. Ambedkar had waged a long struggle for getting rights to Dalit or untouchables. Without justice and equality, democracy would remain meaningless and directionless.